everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Locking It Down with Lucy. I'm wearing my crown. Am I pretty now? I may not wear it for the whole episode. It is pretty much like the thorn of crowns. All these wires are in my skull right now. So hello, or welcome to the chat, everybody. Welcome to the show, not just the chat. Are we all going? Are we live, pal? I don't know. I was too busy chatting away in the Discord and the live chat to realise what was actually going on, and I should probably have concentrated. So yes, welcome. Can you be late to your own show? I can. I'm like, it's Brittany, bitch, and I just show up as and when I want to. Oh, it looks like the crown's falling apart. I've got a wobbly plant. So welcome, and it's good to see all your faces here today, this evening. I'm going to start. What are you drinking? What are you drinking? What am I drinking? Early, because I've been looking at this drink all day. I thought I would treat myself. I've been a bit cheeky. I opened it and I've drunk a little bit of it, but just little sips, just because I had to. I went for a good old classic, everybody. I've not had it for a long time. Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. It's not as good out of the bottle because it's too fizzy. You gotta let the pepper breathe. You gotta let the man breathe. So let's pour that in. As I say hello and welcome to everybody in the chat. It is good to see all your smiling avatar faces and hopefully all your smiling little emojis. How much of this can we get? I've also got out the holidays mug. Oh, my favourite thing about Dr. Pepper is just the smell. It smells so good. Oh, right. I have to have a sip. Oh, it's like sweet nectar. I love it. I'm loving it. So hello, Bethany. It is good to see you in the chat on the mod duties. Boxy Cat. Hello. We got. Oh, how would I say this? Rui. Hello with this emoji. We have Fabio. There is no Dr. Pepper. There's no Dr. Pepper in Portugal. Sound the alarms. What's going on in the 414? What? Someone needs to sort that out. No, Luke, that straw could be anything. I mean, I only, oh, hang on, I've got to just put, oh no! Oh, I hate when I do this. I've got hot corners. I got some hot corners on my MacBook. Which means that when you go to a certain corner, things happen. And one of the things that happens is the screen goes black. That could be anything. I just blurred it, pixelated it, just for the protection, just in case anyone got any wrong ideas from the hen pie. Alright? More on that later. So we've got Ducky, hello, we got ASMR Attack, hi, nice hat, thank you, I believe it's got a flower crown. We have George Munns, hello, oh, how was Alien? More on that later, don't you worry, we will delve into that. We got Rich Gamer, hello, we got Jose, who's fashionably late. It's a song that you should know. At some point, everything I sing is a song. Robert War, hello. Nathan Joseph, hi. Chris J. Dr. Pepper tastes like cough syrup. That is a poor assumption. Fox like a... Oh, wow, Steve like a fox. I said that the wrong way around. Quick send 8 supplies of Dr. Pepper. We do. We need to make a Christmas record for Portugal. Like, hey... We heard some sad, troubling news in Portugal, so I put together a charity record with all of my favourite Dr. Pepper drinking YouTubers. So I'll get Rob from PlayStation Access, and we'll put a charity song together. We'll raise the funds, we'll raise the money for you, Portugal. We'll send Dr. Pepper out there. So yeah, oh hello Jamie5310 and hello Jazzy and hello Dusty. Welcome all. Oh, and Tenshi Z34 says, what's your game of the year? Well, we'll look at that later. Thank you for bringing me on topic. So what is coming up on the show today, everybody? Well, we've got some housekeeping to start off coming up shortly. Highlights and lowlights of the week, as always, let me know yours. Clip of the week might be a certain Hindu. Then I have done the triple whammy, everybody. Not only did I complete a piece of film, I completed a video game, and I completed a book. I've done the triage, the triangle of media. Is there another media? I don't know, but that's it. The holy triangle has been made by me. So we will talk about each of those 3 things and review them. And then at the end of the show, I was thinking we could collectively vote on the Game Awards, because the trifecta, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Robert War. The trifecta of media, I have completed it. Do I ascend? Do I unlock some special thing? I don't know. Let's see. So yeah, and then at the end we will, well, that's my plan. We're going to try and, I know a book, right? We're going to try and do the Game Awards, voting together. I thought that might be fun. I don't know. Put our votes in. What does the LudiXP, the Locking It Down with Lucy chat, vote for all of their favourite things? Also, there's just a lot of categories I don't know, so you guys can help me out with that. So let's start off the show with the poll, which is above or below or beside, depending. One of these worked. I'm now licensed for IGN. Woo! Sign me up. So the poll today is something that dawned upon me very quickly. Was, have you started doing your Christmas shopping yet? Christmas is fast approaching. Some people like to get on it early. Other people like to do it the night before. What's going on? I've only just started mine today because I was like, holy crap, I need to buy some things before I spend hella money on a flat. So I've been trying to I did like an Amazon haul. I know I'm a bad person. I Amazon. Jeff Bezos. You did it, Jeff Bezos. What's that song? Born in 1984, entrepreneur Jeffrey Bezos. I've helped him out. I've thrown him a couple of bucks today. Not that he needs it, the poor, starving, work-shy man. So the chat is saying, 35% is saying yes, you're on it. 42% are saying no, and then 23% are saying not doing any. Well, I'm jealous of you if that is the case. Oh, blimey, this really does... The trifecta, not the trifector. Oh, it's Leviosa, not Leviosa, says, who was that said that? That was quite funny. Weeping Scorpion. It's trifecta, not trifector. Love it. Right, so, let's start with the check in the news. So, the lovely people over at the Discord have put together a wonderful Christmas trophy challenge for us all. It's a Secret Santa. Oh, I should have written down the name of it. I think it was Secret Santa All the Way, Naughty or Nice, LudiXP, who knows, Sugar and Spice. So Luke has very kindly got together an idea. Here it is in the chat to link you to it. Let's script gifts. Script. Maybe she's saying scrap. So Luke has put together a Secret Santa trophy platinum game for us all. For those of you who want to partake on the Discord, you submit to Luke the games on your backlog that you would like to platinum over Christmas. It will get sent randomly, secretly, to someone else who is participating in the Secret Santa, and they will choose for you your Christmas platinum game. So I've put a couple of different games in my list. I'm wondering if my Secret Santa will be nice or be mean, because I thought I'd spice it up. I don't want to just put like Sound Shapes, The Walking Dead. Like I put a couple of ones that might be a bit of a curveball in it. So that'll be exciting, hopefully. So sign up to that if you wheel, as Dusty Rhodes would say, and get involved in the Christmas spirit. I really like this idea. I think it's a nice spin on the Secret Santa thing. Secret Santa, it happens. Luke is saying, Xmas shopping going well, got my niece a massive Lego Hedwig, and it's amazing. Do you like Lego? I mean, I'm not talking to you specifically, Luke, but I am kind of in the same way. But I don't get the Lego hype. So I went to Milton Keynes recently, and we went to the Lego store, and they had a massive Titanic that you could build. I don't think I have the strength, the stamina, the energy, or the patience to build anything of that magnitude. Like, my God, it's too much. And you can build the whole of the Disney castle. You can build anything imaginable. I just don't know if I could. Robert War saying, I liked Lego as a kid. I think I did too. Fabio saying, I don't play with Lego since I was a kid. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it disparagingly, because I feel like these Lego things that people make, they're amazing. Like, if you have the skills and the patience and the will to put it together, then I commend you. But it's just not for me. Oh, there we go. Pashani is saying, building Lego is relaxing. I just remember I got Lego Dimensions for my birthday many moons ago. I opened the packet, turned it all up, opened the instruction manual and went, nah, can't be doing this, and put it all back and never played it again. Keep Calm is asking me questions about Twitch. I only do the YouTubes at the moment. Legoland is amazing. Is Legoland amazing though? Is it? Have you been recently? Because I think that the thought of Legoland sounds great. It sounds fantastic on paper. But I watch Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. Give them a watch. I love Theme Park Worldwide. And he went to Legoland and he does brilliant vlogs. We've talked about him on the channel loads. Him and Charlotte, Sean and Charlotte. They go to all the theme parks. They vlog it. And Legoland, yeah, it looks cool, but it's for babies. Like, I feel like if I went there, I'd be bored. There's no cool roller coasters. There's a couple of Legos, and I can't get my Lego driving license anymore. But guess what, Lego? I'm learning to get a real driving license. Come at me, brah. There. That shows you, huh? Ducky is saying, never liked Lego because it was what the snotty kids played with in school. Oh, interesting. Well, that's one man's opinion. I went to Legoland once as Chris J. It was amazing. But I was 8, so yeah, a long time ago. Exactly. Bethany, Lego World is shite. So, there we go. That is that. So, yeah, that's the... we need a PlayStation theme park. Oh, my God, we do. Please, I wish it would happen. I'd love it. I've heard you talk more about Milton Keynes than Greece. I know what my next holiday will be. Hey, Milton Keynes, it's the gift that keeps on giving. There's loads of stuff there. Sarah's asking me if I'm all set for Christmas, Lucy. Directed at me. Absolutely not. I literally have just been, as I said earlier, just scrabbling to try and find Christmas ideas for the relevant people in my life to get Christmas gifts for, potentially. So yeah, and then there's the wrapping and stuff like that. But yeah. I will, before Christmas, do another quiz for people to win a Christmas card, so stay on the lookout for that. It'll be sometime in the future. But I'm afraid the other piece of housekeeping that I have for you today, sad news everybody, brace yourselves, but old Lucy, old boozy Lucy is going to be out on the lash again for 2 weeks in a row. I know, it's the Christmas season. I couldn't say no. So yes, unfortunately, there will be no show for 2 weeks because I'll be out drinking with one set of work colleagues, and then the next week I'll be drinking with another set of work colleagues. One of them I can't really say no to because it is the boss. And he's like putting money behind the bar. So I'm like, well, I'm going to have to go to that one, obvs. So yeah, apologies. Lucy has abandoned us. Why do people celebrate Christmas? I don't know. I guess you just do, don't you? Literally 2 weeks. I got shunned today because I didn't come into the office for drinks after work. And I was like, guys, I need to protect my liver a little bit and my bank account. So yeah, I'm afraid that is happening. Apologies. But y'all be all right, hopefully. Oh, and of course, before I forget, lest we forget, for those of you that it applies to, our US friends, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you are enjoying your Thanksgiving day. Yeah. Good times all around. Have fun. Sounds like a good time, Jamie. Thank you. Sarah says, I hate wrapping Christmas presents. It's horrible. Yeah, 100%. I do agree. It's not. So I have to put music on and just be in the zone. Lucy, completely unrelated, but GM mode's returning to W2K20. I'm excited. I don't know if I have the time in my life for GM mode anymore, but I'm happy it's back. Hopefully it's good and in-depth, and maybe I will get into it. I just don't have time for simulation games anymore. My whole life is running on a simulation. I'm from Colombia. Cool. Happy Thanksgiving, American people. There we go, the people of America. Right, so let us go on to the highlights and lowlights of the week. This is the part of the show where you let me know what's been going yay and what's been going nay, and we celebrate. Well, maybe not the sad things, but hopefully the good things. So pop yours in the chat now. I will talk about my lowlight of the week, which is, everybody, I have a rant story to tell you. I'm going to take off my flower crown for this, because the time for flower crowns is over. The time for ranting is now. My lowlight of the week is estate agents. So, as we know, we've talked about it a long time. It's been a long coming part of the show. I am trying to buy a flat. So, the tenant left. I saw the flat within 3 days of when I was allowed to see the flat. That was on Friday with Beth and Chris. We went around and we looked at it. On Monday, I had a driving lesson and I was also at work. So I'd missed a call from the estate agents, but I was doing some work. I was like, I'll call them after work. I missed an email. Now, why did I not see the email? I think it's because when I'm doing work, I don't see my personal emails. So I get an email saying, we need to call you as a matter of urgency. And I was like, oh, please. An hour later, I get an email from the estate agent saying, you didn't answer our call. You didn't reply to our email. Therefore, we want to say this, and this. The exchange needs to be this time. Otherwise, we'll put the property back up on the market or get another tenant in. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, you have left me waiting for months and months to do this. You couldn't afford me 3 hours of the workday to get back to you. Not even one whole business working day since I saw the flat. And they're telling me that I'm holding up the process. I bet I have never been so professionally angry in my life. And by professionally angry, I mean when you have to really, be angry, but not like you're fighting with your brother and sister angry. Like, you need to bring out the big guns, you have to speak in that disappointed, angry tone. So I got the phone, everybody. I was like, oh, this guy wants to play, does he? So I called up, and he's like this bumbling old man, which I feel it's kind of frustrating because he kind of talks down to me like I'm some dumb idiot. So yeah, I'm like, oh, hello, insert name. And then he's like, oh, hi. And I was like, I'm just calling about, the emails you sent me. And he was like, oh, yeah. And I just gave it to him. I was like, look, pal. I didn't say pal, but, this is a professional rant. I was like, I've waited patiently for you guys, blah, 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 all the things I just said to you. And he was like, well, the seller is trying to, he's got a very sort of plummy accent. Well, the seller obviously was trying to, get this done because they want to sell it. Yeah, I can tell they want to do it fast. And then he's, saying, because they're trying to, leave some of the furniture with me that I don't want. I don't really want someone else's bed to sleep in. I was thinking about it, and I was like, no, I want my own bed. They want to leave the sofa, fine, at least I can sit on something. But I don't want someone else's manky bed. And I'm like, he was like, well, in the fixtures and fittings of the contract, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hey, I read the contract and none of that was in it. It was just the white goods, which is the fridge and the fridge and the washing machine. Nothing about any of the furniture. And also, the contract was signed by the seller in 2020. So it might be a bit out of date. And he's like, is it? I was like, yes, it is. Because he's trying to tell me how to read a contract. He's like, well, there's this part of the contract. I was like, yeah, I know. I read it. And he was just like, oh, well, you've got all these questions now that you didn't have before. It was under the... I was sorry. I was like, when was I supposed to ask these questions if I hadn't been able to view... Because they were like, oh, you made us make the tenant leave. Well, duh, I made you make the tenant leave. How am I supposed to move in if the tenant's still there? Anyway, so I get another email. So I talk to my solicitor. Because this is the thing. He keeps calling me and emailing me, not putting my solicitor in the email. And I'm like, oh... This is what. So I was like, literally every time I replied, I would put my solicitor back in, and she was like, "This is unacceptable." She had my back. Thank you, solicitor. She got my back. She was like, "Don't talk to my client." And I was like, "Thank you." So yeah, I had some questions. This morning, again, another email from him being like, "Oh, what are you doing? What's going on? Blah blah blah." My God, it was like harassment. It was honestly. I woke up and I was so annoyed. And so this time I was like, "It's time to write an angry email." And I was like, name. And then I went to town. I was like, when was I supposed to fully inspect the flat? When last time I went to inspect the flat, the tenant was there. He was supposed to have left for an hour, yet at 12 o'clock he was still asleep, and we had to stand outside banging on the door trying to wake him up. And then he didn't even leave afterwards, even though it was agreed that he was going to leave. Oh my God. Fuming. Don't like it. I feel like I'm being harassed and I feel like I'm being really pressured because he thinks I'm dumb and because I'm because that was the other thing. I was like, I bought the flat under the assumption that it was a first time no chain. I bought it under the assumption that it's no chain, and then you move a tenant in, which has clearly slowed the process down. He's like, well, the seller couldn't afford, and I was like, well, God. Anyway, so that's really annoyed me. I feel like that was unfair. I was very nice, very patient. A lot of people said I should have been less patient during the process, but I was like, it'll work out, it'll be fine. And now they're doing the dirty on me, and I shan't be dirtied. Sorry, that is my rant. Kermit the Frog, thank you for joining us. I know Thanksgiving must be a big time for you and Miss Piggy and all of the kids. I appreciate your time here this evening. Right, now that I've done mine, let's have a look at what other people are saying. I don't know, I just feel like I'm being bullied by this man slightly, because he's just really pressurizing me. So let's see some highlights and lowlights of the week. Foxy Cat says, I got the plat for Little Hope. So both a highlight and a lowlight. 100% agree with you. That was a very, very odd game. Rui says, I haven't had a smoke in 6 days, decided to quit, and I feel amazing. Congrats, that's great news. Well done. Let's see. The Curse Breaker says, lowlight, Wolf 2 collectible grind, was that Wolfenstein 2 I'm guessing, was so boring that I got sidetracked every 5 minutes, which is why it took me 21 hours to do them all. Damn. Highlight was I got the Wolf 2 plat after giving up in August. Congrats. Well done. B. Collis says, highlight, Black Friday sales, yay, and favourite music artist dropped a new single. That's cool. Lolo, I had my other 2 teeth out, so I don't need any more out anymore. Wait, is that... Well, I guess the low light is that you had more teeth out. But congrats, at least you don't have to have any more. Let's see. Oh, Fox Like a... Why do I keep reading your name backwards? That is so odd. Steve Like a Fox is saying, standard estate agent practice. That is welcome... that is welcome to years of this. Oh man, never be pressured. There are always other houses. Okay, thank you. Jamie says highlight the CM Punk and MJF promo on AEW. Amazing promo. Cool. George says lowlight friend was a bitch, so I deleted him on WhatsApp. Wow. Highlights ended my self-isolation. Should I yank? Whoa, what is this? Should I yank my own tooth out, George? You've not turned into Castaway yet, have we? We've not gone to Tom Hanks or stranded on an island and need to use ice skating rink boot to ram your own tooth out. I'm sure we can work it out. Chris J says highlight, I turned in my bachelor's degree paper, finally done. Congrats. Good luck. I hope what am I talking about? I hope it goes well. Mega Mac 1296 says highlight, finally beat Outlast 2 permadeath mode and got the platinum. Sweet. So thank you. Speaking of which, segue, one of my highlights of the week, which we will delve into later, is that I finally got 100% completion in Resident Evil 4. I beat professional mode. Feels like such a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders doing that. But more on that later. We will dive in. What rant have I joined? Oh, Sportboy Steve. You'll have to reply. But also, shout out to Sportboy Steve for this top that he made, which is my own sort of custom t-shirt that he kindly created for me. So thank you for that. It's got all my weird words that I make up because I can't be bothered to speak actual English. So cheers. Right, so my highlight would be, other than that, the IKEA trip with Bethany and Chris. I very much enjoy a trip to IKEA. I don't understand why everyone hates it so much. And then, of course, the hen do that I went on. So let's move on to clip of the week then, so you can see a bit of cocktail making, and then we can delve into that a bit. Please enjoy. Clip of the week. Potentially.
Make sure it's sealed, but it's always sealed at
Make a strawberry daiquiri. I think this goes along with it. One side's got to be straight. Hang on, either way, I'm doing it. Yeah, one side's straight. I'm a bit scared. I haven't done that bit yet.
right now. Hello. Right. Good hands. Your good hands. On top of it.
Have you whack it?
Yeah. On top of it. Second. Right. I'm not saying to stand up, but it's up to you. Let's try to do it.
What I do with a baby bottle.
What?
It's like bridesmaids.
Right.
Low breaking. Did you do it?
Once everything is out, you're just gonna give a little belting out of Australia. So we're gonna get everything.
Strawberry daiquiri. As made by myself. No, it takes them away.
Don't drink.
No, great.
Look. Right to the bride.
Oh no, I dropped it.
To Blair.
Yes.
Very close to doing it. That was good. Apart from the fact that I dropped it all over myself.
So there we go. Those were some small highlights from oh, I just shoved them all in, Beth. From when we did some cocktail making. Robert says, was it your hen do, Lucy? Far from it. It was our good friend Claire's. So yeah, that was pretty. The guy who was running it was very scary. It took about an hour and a half. Well, I say very scary. He was just mildly scary. He was like, listen, don't drink, don't do. Like, oh, all right. He's like, so you take this, listen. I try to get us all in line. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed doing the mixology, they call it. Always had me down as more of a Guinness drinker, Thomas. Thomas, I hate to break it to you, never even drunk Guinness before. I'm definitely a cocktail person. I like it. Yes, and I'm Lucy's maid of honour. You're all invited. Beverly, what are you doing? You can't just invite the world to my non-existent hen do. That's not how the rules work. So we made like 3 cocktails. We made the strawberry daiquiri. That was good. I like that. We made the gin drink, which I can't remember what that was called, and then the porn star martini at the end. So that was all within like an hour and a half of just like do. And he was like, measure it, and I couldn't really see what he was talking about with the measuring, so I just filled the jigger. That's the technical term for the measuring thing. Just filled it up every time. He was like 25 mils. I was like the whole thing, shoving it in there. It was great. I enjoyed that. And then afterwards, after that, we did the crown flower making, which, I don't know, I wasn't very good at it, to be honest, and I'm not much of a flowery crown person, and so that's how that happened. And then there was food, and there was lots of talking, and it was nice to see Claire's mum, Claire's sister, Beth. Oh, and it was one of our friends brought their baby as well, which was quite funny to see, that she was like 3 months old, and I was like, baby! Baby! It's taken me 30 years to reach my first ever hen do, and this baby's outdone me by 3 months. Blimey, that'll be something. Measure it, Lucy. I'll measure the alcohol content in my stomach. Oh, I see. So yeah, yes, all the straws. Love Guinness, but prefer a cocktail, definitely. Right, what am I talking about anymore? I don't know anymore. Lucy then had another. No, I don't drink beer. Beer, absolutely gross. Beer's the only time I've actually thrown up from alcohol, because it was just like that gross. But yeah, I enjoyed the mixology, and the rest of the evening it was fun. First hen do, successful, I'd say, in my books. Me and Beth and then went home. Beth was like, do you think we'll be home by 6? And I was like, Bethany, we're not even eating dinner until like 7. So yeah, once they started to migrate to the main dance floor, that's when I was like, I'm out. So next month it is the wedding, my first ever friend wedding. The only weddings I've ever been to are a teacher's wedding. Did you ever get invited to your teacher's wedding? I went to 2 teacher's weddings, and weddings that were family ones where I had to be the bridesmaid. So I've been what they say, 3 times the bridesmaid, never the bride. That's me. I'm that person. So yeah, the baby's like, you ain't my mother. Yes, I am. Am I just saying nonsense? I'm not even drinking. I'm just drinking Pepsi. Not Pepsi, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. I don't even know what I'm drinking anymore. So yeah, that was that. Who? I went to Miss Smith's wedding. Miss Smith / Miss Clark. I didn't go to a school where teachers would want students there. Was teachers' weddings not weird? No, hang on, I need to clear this matter up. See, Robert said I sang at one of my teachers' wedding. The teachers loved us. The teachers wanted us there. One of the teachers had a picture of me up on their little teachers' board. But this was when I wasn't at the school anymore, which I did think was weird, to be honest. But I went to Miss Smith's wedding and Miss Bristol's wedding. So Miss Smith regenerated into Mrs. Clark, and Miss Bristol regenerated into Mrs. Vidler. I can't wait till I regenerate. Be great, won't it? That's how weddings work in my mind. Teachers' weddings, that's so strange to me. I must have been a bad student. No, I was absolutely not a teacher's pet. Lucy, please stream on the night of the 21st of December. You have been a great companion to all of us. What? Wow, that's so mysterious. I love it. Why on the 20th? Oh, Christmas Eve. No, New Year's Eve. Well, I've got no plans for New Year's Eve. I could do. We'd just be like, bloop. Does anyone find this weird? No. It's wedding talk weird. I guess, I don't know. I thought the idea of a hen do sounded quite fun. Like, everyone tries to do things you like. And there was like a little how well do you know the hen quiz, which we didn't actually do in the end, but I sort of did it with her sister. I liked it. I once sang in a church Robert wore as well for school, so... I've just been that person like, well, I did this. I mean, I feel you're not going to be telling the same story to a therapist in 10 years. Wow, what's going on? I just remember being in the back. Lucy was taken by teachers. you could sign the wedding thingy in a TARDIS and then emerge regenerated. Yeah. I'll be like, I'm regenerating. And then I'll have like some Murray Gold. Murray Gold will play at my wedding. And then it'll be like, da, 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 da. And I'll just have some kind of light show and effects happening. And then I'll be like, and I'll have to be like, oh. And then I'll be really erratic for the rest of the evening because obviously I've just regenerated. So I'll be like, and they'll be like, what's happening? And they'll be like, she's drunk. I'll be like, actually, no. I've just regenerated. My regeneration energy is causing me to go crazy. Mrs. Fiddler. I loved Miss Bristol. She was great. I loved my teachers. They were good. Right, so we move on to some video games. Right, this crown hurts too much, so I'm taking it off. John Cena would be the master of ceremonies. That would be so funny. And now, to conduct the wedding, John Cena! Ba, ba, da, ba. He just comes out and he runs down the aisle and he just throws up his hat to someone in the pews and they catch it. And he's like, never give up. And then he cuts a promo. You know when they do the homily? I always thought the homily... Me and my brother used to pretend quite a lot that the priest was a wrestler cutting a promo when we used to have to go to church on Christmas. This has turned into a thing. But, yeah, John Cena would be like, we're here live in insert wedding venue for Lucy's wedding. I like how it's my wedding, just because I don't know who this mysterious fantasy man is who will allow all of this to happen at our wedding. So it's like, yeah, sure, the only wedding where the groom is happy to invite the bride's biggest crushes. David Tennant will be in attendance, John Cena will be there, Chris Jericho. Can you imagine? That would be so bizarre. Why would anybody like that? Oh, that's so weird. Hustle, loyalty, and marriage. I very much enjoy that. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Oh, that's a great bit of Doctor Who, isn't it? God, what a bit of Doctor Who that was. The person you marry would officially be locking it down with Lucy. Woo, woo, woo. Don't forget HBK. Yes, I will not forget HBK. I'll have to remember all my other crushes, which... I'll keep on the down low now. I'm not going to spill all of my celebrity crushes to you guys. Like, come on now. I've got Sawyer from Lost, mate. All right, guys. Maybe I'll talk about my crush a little bit too much, all right? Nolan North might be there. Okay, yeah. So basically, they'll be like, Lucy, what about your family? I was like, I'm not inviting them. I've got to invite all the celebrity crushes, duh. And then I just like hang out with them in the wedding reception. It'd be great. The groom is, I imagine they're very easygoing and not easily startled. Oh my god, this is the wedding of all weddings. This is great. I'm going to a wedding next year. I know the wedding trains has begun for me and it's train themed. So... I don't know, maybe my wedding will have a theme. I don't even know why I'm thinking of a wedding when no one wants to touch me with a broom pole. Then I was like, go away, you weirdo. Save it for the Valentine's. Oh, the hunks. Right, come on, guys. It's a little too much in here. We got to simmer things down with some Resident Evil 4 Professional. So yes, I finally did it. You guys watched the beginning of the journey when I started Resident Evil 4 and I was very much sick to my stomach when the controls were like, and we did it together. We beat the game once and I kind of was like, you know what? Maybe I'm just crazy enough to try and get 100% in this game. So I managed to do the bottle caps after I know you guys painstakingly watched me do the shooting range, and then I decided to embark on the journey that was Professional. So I've got some cliff notes for you because I actually do really like making tips and tricks videos for hard, like difficult games. I know I've only actually ever done it for Uncharted, but I always have ideas. Like I just don't have time anymore because you have to like record the footage, you've got to properly put it all down. So these are my tips and tricks that I've put together for beating Professional for anybody that cares or wants to watch it here for Resident Evil 4 here on Looking It Down with Lucy. So firstly, the Ashley sections are actually the easier sections on Professional if you have Ashley in the armour. Now, those were the hardest sections for me on the normal game. But when you put her in the armour, oh my god, it makes the game infinitely easier. So you just like plonk her in a corner and the people, naughty SVG, that's what, oh my god, I started to go a bit mental listening to the people in the church, naughty SVG, naughty SVG. I was like, just give the man his SVG of naughty. That's all he wants. What was the other one? Go Glen Coco, go Glen Coco. I just started making up nonsense that they were saying. You go Glen Coco. They're obviously a big fan of Mean Girls. There was another one that they would say all the time. But yeah, it was mainly naughty SVG and go Glen Coco. Well, thank thank you, Ben. I'm glad you like the Uncharted tip videos. One day, if I ever became like an actual YouTuber and I had a team, that would be my field of expertise. I would like to specialise in beating games on the hardest difficulty and then making a handy tips and tricks video guides for them. So, firstly, yeah, put Ashley naughty SVG. Oh, maybe that's what they were saying, not noddy. I was thinking of noddy, as in noddy, noddy, the little clown. But maybe they did want a naughty SVG. What would that entail? Probably the thumbnail of this video. So, yeah, put Ashley in that knight armour and then you just tell her to wait. And then the people, the druids, they will go after her and they will try and pick her up. But because she's so heavy, they fall on the floor. It's a great distraction. And then she never gets hurt, so you never have to heal her. And you can just pick them off as they do that. Great tip. Also, stand behind her and she will deflect some of the arrows and stuff. So, you know, on that bit where you're going down the ski lift, so you've got all these people shooting you from afar. I just stood behind her and it's like bonk, bonk, and I was like, thank you, Ashley, thank you. So that's a big help. Oh, another thing you can do is you can place her in strategic places on the map, make her stand there, and that will also help filter out the people. So I did this in a couple of places. You know that room that you go to where the knights come alive and they've got parasites in their heads? You just place Ashley, you take Ashley with you, you plonk her in the room, and that also distracts them. They get a little bit stuck. Oh, it's great, it's really helpful. So do not worry about Ashley. Tip number 1, use her to your advantage. Tip number 2, I think so. Oh, I'd just like to give a shout out to Corey. These tips aren't all from me, by the way. Corey gave me an excellent resource in guides for how to beat the Resident Evil on Pro. So it's like a walkthrough. So I read a GameFAQs walkthrough and one on Steam, and then I looked at a collectibles guide. So I had all these 3 things up at once because I wanted to make sure I got all the treasures to get maximum money. Yes, Lucy will use other people as bait. Human Shield, Trashly for the win. I love the idea of them just really liking Noddy. Maybe they do like Noddy. I mean, I liked Noddy. Make way for Noddy. Noddy! Yeah. Also, now you like my companionship, Leon. Maybe now we can go back to my room. No, Ashley, no. It's not that type of game. What a bizarre twist that was. Good job. I knew you'd be alright because you landed on your butt. Oh, God. Anyway. Tip number 2, tip number 2, ask Corey for help. Done. Tip number 3, what's tip number 3? Oh, so get the treasures so you can get the monies. You make your money and never give it up. So money is very important because you want to make sure you're getting the best guns. You want to make sure you're leveling your best guns up. And you're going to want that RPG for all of the key moments of the game. So I scrupulously went around making sure I got every treasure for at least the first half of the game. I understood what the treasures meant. And by the end, I was balling in treasures. I don't even need to sell them to the merchant because I'm going to go home and sell those things because I was swimming in money. I was rich. So do that and then pick your guns wisely. Don't buy every gun. I did the first half of the game with the starting guns and didn't even upgrade them because I wanted to save that money for when I got the guns that I wanted. So I actually went with the Blacktail and then fully leveled that up. Now the reason I went for Blacktail was because I like it, and B, it takes up 1 less item slot in your box, which is helpful. And then I kept with the shotgun for a very long time and then upgraded to the striker when it came. And those were the 2 guns that I mainly used throughout the whole playthrough, and then the RPG. I delved into the Broken Butterfly for certain sections. There were certain parts of the game where it was like, if you have this gun, it'll make it easier. So I would just buy the Broken Butterfly and then just sell it off again every time I wanted it and needed it. And it was fine. You know, it was very transactional. Me and the merchant, besties. So that's number 2. No TMP. No TMP. It went dynamite. No, I left the TMP on the wayside. Now, the other good thing about this means that the guns that you don't have, you sell the ammo for it. You just sell it off, you get more money, and you're going to make sure you're going to get that RPG shot. So that's my tip number 3 is money, treasures. Tip number 4 is weapons. Get your weapons down, use them wisely. Do I have a tip number 5? Watch a video. Tip number 5. If you're concerned about what's coming up next, watch a video. Tip number 6. Oh, use the checkpoints. So you can only save in certain parts of the game, but if you go through doors and the green doors that say open, you get a checkpoint. And you just go through that, come out again. Great. If you die, then it's fine. You've got a checkpoint. But obviously that means you can't quit the game until you reach an actual save. But that'll help you. That'll save your life a lot. Tip number 7. Do I have a tip number 7? Oh, yeah. do the old knifing when you can. Try and use your knife as much as possible. Do the old handgun to the knees, slice to the face. Handguns to the knees and a slice to the face. Tip number 5. I didn't use the bin at all. No bins for me. Yeah, that's pretty much all my tips. It's slow, methodical. Take your time. You may have to play slightly differently, and really plan out what you're gonna do. I think with health, I managed to stock up on quite a lot of health somehow. I would sometimes buy a health from the merchant just when it was available. I was like, well, I might as well have a cheeky health. So I did that, and yeah, it went by fine. There were a couple of sections, so those are my tips. Tips over. What sections of the game did I find the hardest? I found the Cave of Bugs very irritating. That was the moment where I was like, damn it, I don't know if I can get past this. I was on that for a good... So I used to wake up at 5:30 in the morning to play Resident Evil 4. This was when I was doing my living... Who did you use the RPG on in Pro? God, who did I not use it on, Ben? I used the RPG on Salazar. Did I use it on Virgo? I can't remember his name. I used it on basically all of the bosses almost. I used it on It. I think it's called It. I used it on Sadler. And I used it... the free one I used on the 2 guys with the blind guys with the thing on their back. There's 2 near bells. Woo! Get one of them with that, and then you can take out the other. Worked a double cheat. And when you have as much money as I do, you're buying RPGs for days. The RPGs are raining from the sky. It's raining RPGs from the sky. RPGs, and don't ask me why. Brilliant! I'm not going to get through all of this in today's show, am I? So yeah, that was it. Oh, the Krauser fight. He was annoying. That weird thing in the cage? I think it's called It. That was really annoying because the checkpointing was really bad. So every time I died, I had to go back kind of farish and then skip 2 cutscenes and then do the whole maze sequence in the cage before it drops again. Krauser was very irritating. Many swear words came out of my mouth fighting him. Good. Oh, nice try, Leon. Oh, Leon. I was like, shut up! Because it's like, you can obviously beating him with a knife is easy, but you have to get him in the position to get the knife shots on him. That bit's not easy. You have to be really quick. So yeah, I may have said some bad things to Krauser. But yeah, other than that, the cabin was fine. The statue bit was annoying. Yeah, it was just a lot of taking my time, methodically taking people out, waiting for them to come to you, using the door, the bird or the cage. I'm not sure what that means. And that was it. Now, the only thing at the end I would say is, whilst I was pleased that I did it, it was very sad that there was no platinum. Gosh, that was... Why? Why was there no platinum? It just felt like nothing. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. But I am happy that I have 100% in all Resident Evil games so far, apart from Resident Evil 5. Always the bird. Can't remember what the bird is. Patience, Cursing and Rockets. There we go. That's it. That'll be the name of my autobiography. Patience, Cursing and Rockets. A Resident Evil 4 tale by Lucy Reed. I literally just read out the comment that Chris J said. Brilliant. So yeah, sad that there was no platinum. It felt slightly hollow because of that. What was it for? What did it all mean? Friday the 14th. I will say by the end of the game, I also got I got a little fatigued. I got a bit fed up towards the end. I was like, this game is so long and there's a lot of sections where it's just like fighting things. Like, I was like, please, just let it be over. I'm just done. I'm just done with the game now. I enjoyed it, but it just drags in many sections. That's it. That's the end. Let's move on. So, come back anytime. I will miss the stranger. I did like, stranger, that is a weapon. Or when he says, stranger, some weapons are supposed to be shot. You know what I mean? Or something when you buy the broken butterfly. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about Bioshock Infinite, the cage or the bird. Oh, I see. Yeah. Without if you 100% the game and there is no platinum, did you even do anything? It's like if a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, did it even fall? I literally achieved nothing. Nothing has been achieved. So now, let's move on to the next thing that I did, which was I watched Alien for the first ever time in my little tiny rubbishy existence on this planet. Not on that planet. That was a weird planet that they went to. So, Alien 1979 is a film I'd heard a lot about, and last week we talked about sci-fi movies, and that was when it was like, oh, Lucy, you should watch it, so I did. So I knew bits and pieces about it. I knew there was going to be a bit where a thing would burst out of somebody's chest, because Alien seems to be talked about in a lot of other pop culture sort of thing. They talk about it in a movie called Alien. That's really offensive. I always loved that. And I knew there was like things called face huggers, and I knew what the alien looked like. And that was about all I really knew about the film. I didn't know anything else about it. So I watched the theatrical release. Chris and Bethany kindly lent me their DVD. There it is. What does it say? In space, no one can hear you scream. In the first chapter of the terrifying alien saga, the crew of the spaceship Nostromo answers a distress signal from a desolate planet, only to discover a deadly life form that breeds within human hosts. Now the crew members must fight not only for their survival, but for the survival of mankind. I didn't actually realise they were surviving for mankind. I thought they were just fighting for their own existence. So yeah, it was very interesting to watch it for the first time, and I did do a live recording of myself watching it, which you can watch as an unlisted video on my channel. So those of you that are interested in watching Alien with me, you can do. Where did the chat go? Where's the chat gone? You can watch it here. There you go. Save that for later. Save that for later. Oh no, YouTube is not receiving enough video data. Hopefully it's going well. I don't know. If people say that they can't do stuff, then apologies. Obviously, it means killing it. Oh, I see. So I'm now going to show you some of the highlights from my watch along whilst I sort myself out. So please enjoy. If aliens got to Earth, they'd be screwed. Fair point. So anyway, here's some highlights. You'll just have to imagine what's happening on screen. Oh, that's John Hurt. Oh my god, I didn't even recognise him. God, is this cat gonna die? Oh no, John Hurt's character. Okay, I don't want John Hurt to die, but I don't know if he's a big deal yet. Damn, she's just trying to do her job. I hate when this happens. Undermined. I'm mad for her. God damn it. Oh, I don't like... Oh, God, that's so gross. Oh. Just kill him. I'm sorry. I'm making a decision. Oh my god. This is infuriating. No one's listening to her. Oh no, I don't like it. Cat's nonchalant. I kind of know that there's a bit where something's going to bust out someone's chest, and I feel like it's going to be John Hurt. This movie makes me equally parts angry and scared because of this one dude. I like the cat. The cat can't stop watching. The cat's like, no way, man. Oh, God. What the... What? Is he like a robot or something? What is going on? Who tries to stick a magazine in someone's mouth? Oh, unless he's been infected. What the... Oh. Oh, he is a robot. Oh, maybe she can still escape. She can do the detonation. But don't leave the cat behind, I beg of you. It can't be in here with her, surely not. Be awful. I don't understand why she went back and came back again. I don't. Oh fuck! It's in here, isn't it? I don't know what I'm looking at sometimes. How do explosions even happen in space? She did it. So there we go. That was some highlights from when I watched Alien for the first time. So yeah, if you do watch along with me, I am quite quiet through most of it because I'm trying to concentrate, and you know, I'm always a quiet watcher anyway. I don't really like to talk out loud a lot unless I'm like really like, oh my god, ugh. So yeah, overall thoughts of the movie. Like, I knew it was a classic. I was very surprised that John Hurt was in it. That was my biggest thing. I was like, oh wow. I was not expecting that. I enjoyed the sort of different feel that the movie had. Like, it seemed very homely in a weird way. I don't know if that's the right word to say it, but it wasn't like, you know how movies are too polished these days? This one felt very gritty because everyone was kind of just talking over each other a bit. Like, I really liked the bit where that guy, after the what would you call it, the main pilot, the head of the thing, after he dies, spoiler alert, they go back and they're like, shit, and they know the alien's out there. And then he's like, what are you going to do? And she just goes, I'm thinking. Oh, I liked the way she said that. That was probably my favourite line. She's like, I'm thinking. But she doesn't like shout it. She just says it with a real sternness. The vent scare was the bit that made me jump. It was after that bit, so I really liked that. The tension of the movie was really good. I enjoyed that as the first half of the movie I really liked. The tension, the building up of what's going on, what's happening. When they're exploring the alien spaceship, I'm like, what the frick is this? I didn't really know that the bit where it all looks really gross as well. The way they've made everything, like, the face hugger thing was disgusting. I really didn't like when they tried to, like, cut it. I was like, oh, I hate surgery. I was a bit worried. Dallas, thank you, that's his name. I was worried that they were going to start, like, trying to pull it off his face. And I was like, don't, just, look. Jill also really annoyed me. I mean, it makes sense. By the way, this is just being total spoilers. I mean, the movie's, like, what, 30 years old, 39 years old, or whatever. The movie frustrated me, but I thought it was good in terms of the relationship, the dynamics with the crew. Like, that, she was like trying to do her job. She was like, no, the quarantine process is that you can't let him in. And then that other guy was just like, no, we're doing it. Oh my god, but she kept her cool. But I was like, under freaking mind. So then I was just like, well, that whole time I was like, Then there's another bit where she's talking to that guy and the scientific advisor or whatever. And she's like, but then you disobeyed the protocol. She's very, I like her very, yes, love Sigourney Weaver. Her very understated but stern yet firm acting. Never gets too emotional. Plays it just right. Yeah, and then he's just like, again, he's just like, he hates her. Oh, 72 years old. But obviously he's got an agenda or whatever. But honestly, at this point, if that thing is stuck to his face, what do you think is going to happen to him? You just have to, like, if I'm on the ship, I'm sorry, and you get a face hugger on your face, I'm voting to kill ya. Is that really harsh? Is that out of order? I mean, so much could have been avoided if they had just done that. Absolutely, yeah. The frustration with the crew as the tension. Yeah, I do really like that. Ben says my favourite bit is when Ripley says about blowing it out to space and Parker says, as long as it means killing it. And Ripley says, obviously it means killing it. Yeah, I think it's lines like that. The dialogue in it felt really real. Like, it's not over the top. People aren't being quirky and quippy. Like, it felt like real dialogue. I also like that John Hurt does this a lot. John Hurt has he always kind of stumbles and fumbles his lines. But that's how people really talk. Like, when he's being lowered down, he's like, it's a cave. No, not quite like that. That's a big extreme. He's like, it's a cave of some sort. Like, that's how people talk. And the way that people are talking over each other. Oh, Adam McDowell, hello. The alien hiding in plain sight always gets me, especially at the end. So now, talking about the end. So again, I like the tension. The John Hurt bit with the alien coming up, that was really gross. I'm really not a fan of, like, you know, gross things. So that freaked me the hell out. I was like, oh my god, I don't like this. Also, what was with the cat? Who brings a cat to outer space? But I did love why was there that scene where the guy was just like standing there and the water's coming on him? Like, what was going on? Anyway, then the cat's just watching extreme cat close up. Jonesy, that they all were going around trying to find the cat. Also, yeah, so this is where, after the gut busting scene happens, this is where the movie fell apart for me slightly. I know, controversial, I'm about to say, that I didn't like the second half of the film. So firstly, the little alien, it comes out, it looks pretty cool. I did like that a lot. Oh, it's alien dribble on him. Really? That's gross. Ship's cat, age-old tradition. Thanks. Ripley is an icon. She is the moment now. Come on now. So hang on. The cat is the canary. What, the canary in the coal mine? This is fascinating. This is what I was looking forward to talking to you guys about it, because I also want to know, what year is it? Like, what year is this happening? Because no one seems to be like shocked by aliens. Like, people. Well, I guess if you're in space, then I guess it's a given. But they're like a cargo or something. And then the protocol is that if they get called, they have to come off. But everyone's like, wow, when they go to the thing. And, oh yeah, that massive alien. Like, I watched a behind the scenes video, which I love behind the scenes videos. And they did that by filming children in the spacesuits around the big thing. So that was pretty cool. And the way that the shots were done, that makes it looks really like massive compared to those tiny humans. Anyway, I want to know, yeah, what year, because also the technology is like old but new. 2122! Wow. That's cool. That's so far in the future. It's the 22nd century. Okay, thanks for that. So yeah, this is where the movie fell apart for me slightly. So the alien is this little thing, and then I'm supposed to believe that it sheds its skin and becomes this massive thing in a matter of, what, 30 minutes? Less than 30 minutes? I was like, okay. So I was like, sure, I suppose, fine, whatever. So I liked the tension, like the thing, going through the vents, that was still really cool. But then things just start sort of happening, very quickly. The alien is now just taking people out. I do like that you don't see the alien a lot, but I did find that when you did see all of the alien, it did kind of clearly look like a man in a suit. Now, I know it is a man in a suit, but I just thought, like, I don't know, it broke the suspense of disbelief that there was an alien. Like, especially when he's in the vent and goes, ah! Like, yeah, that was scary. But then it also made me laugh, because I just think of some guy just trying to be like, hug me. Like, that's why I thought it just looked like he was going in for a hug. And then when you saw the alien, like, standing around, maybe because I think the alien in the game, not that I've played the game, looks a bit more scary. Also, he never really, like, pierced anybody with his tail, did he? Also, sometimes I didn't really know what I was even looking at, as I said in the clip. Like, he had mouths within mouths. Like, how does that even work? Anyway, I believe there was a deleted scene with it raiding the food stores to sustain its growth. Oh, okay. Yeah, so then it gets very confusing because everyone gets killed off very quickly, and then it's up to Ripley to escape. Now, Chris J on the Discord, he enlightened me as to what's happening, because I was confused. So she runs to go and leave, so she does the detonation program, and oh god, you're ruining this for me. So she runs to do the detonation thing. She hates oh my god, I forgot to talk about actually the scariest part of the whole movie. I forgot to talk about the scariest part of the whole movie, everybody. For me, it was that man when you find out he's an alien. That was disgusting. Like, the stuff inside him, the gross stuff coming out of his mouth, when the beads of gross sweat came out of his head, I was like, what are we? I was like, ugh, this is terrifying. I had a feeling there were robots in the film, because I know that there were robots in the game called Angry Joes or something like that. So yeah, that was horrible. I really didn't like that. I thought that was really gross looking, but it was good. But then also, yeah, why does a robot shove magazines down people's mouths? I thought it was a very odd way of trying to kill somebody, when he has like super strength or whatever. But yeah, that was oh yeah, because he had his directive to get the alien. I see, that makes more sense. Well, I don't know what they were going to do with the alien. I suppose I've got to watch out more. Anyway, so yeah, she does the detonation. She obviously, thank God, tries to save the cat. And then she goes, and then she runs back. And I wasn't too sure what was happening in that moment. There was a lot of back and forth. And there was obviously the bit where she's like, oh, and the alien's getting really close. I like as well that she goes to put up her hair, because obviously she needs to put up her hair. But then she just goes later, and it all just comes out. So then she goes back and tries to stop the detonation. And then she's like, no! And she's going really crazy. And then she runs back, but then it's fine, because she's able to get into the thing. And then she gets in, and it's like, oh yeah, we're all safe. Now, this was the bit that I was like, this is kind of dumb. I had a feeling the movie wasn't going to be over, so I kind of was like, the alien's got to be here with her. So I was like, but where could it be? And then it's like all snuggled in the vents, and I was like, what is it, bedtime? It's like, oh, I've had such a busy day on the ship. I've just found this nice cozy bed to sleep in to digest all those humans I've been eating. Oh, look at this. I would just go here. And it's like perfectly wedged. And then she's like going about playing with the cat, getting dressed, getting into her jammies for the night, saying a few things to herself. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it suddenly comes out. And it all happened very quickly. I did like the tension of her getting out and getting in the spacesuit. That was pretty cool. But then it all just suddenly, she just shoots it with this thing we've never seen before, and then it goes outside the ship, which looked a little flimsy, and then and then it was over, and then the movie ended. So yeah, that was the guy you're buying your house from is an alien. What are you talking about? Alien just trying to hitch a ride. So the theory behind the sleepy alien was it was dying with a super expended lifespan. They changed this later. Wait, what? It was dying? What the fuck? I went away for a minute. And the chat's talking about alien. It was all, well, apparently, yeah, it is all about sex or something. Large creature in tiny escape ship. Exactly. Shadow the Hobbyist. So that's when the movie, I really liked the beginning of it. The tension was palpable, as they say in wrestling. It was very good, very sad. When John Hurt dies. Actually, I did like the robot bit though. The robot bit was really good. It's not even okay. It's when after the robot dies. That's when I started to be like, oh, I see. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I would like to watch Aliens. Maybe I'll try and hit up Beth and Chris to watch Aliens with them. It was an interesting experience. I'm happy I watched the film finally. So those are my opinions. Does everybody else big fans of Alien? My dad, I discovered, also likes the Alien films, so we bonded about that for a bit. But he likes all of the Alien films. But I found out that not many people like all of the Alien films. That's the android's lubrication for their fluid of their circuits. Oh, okay. Do I think aliens are real? I think they have to be. Like, surely. The alienate all the things. Close-ups of the mouth, it's really creepy. Yeah. I don't know, I thought it was very strange. It's sort of back calculated to taking place in 2122. The sequel has a random mention of 2179, and it's calculated from that. Oh, okay. If you're in space, you're as much of an alien as everything. Exactly, Luke. You are. Who is the alien then? But yeah, what? Like, how do those things even exist? They're like parasites, I guess. I suppose. Like, because they're all just in those eggs, waiting for people to arrive so that they can. That can't be very sustainable for this. How does this thing keep reproducing? It was very frustrating. Also, they land on the thing and their little ship breaks just because they're on that little tiny thing. I don't know. Huge fan of Alien. It's almost perfect. Now I'm questioning my opinions, says Adam. I guess obviously some of it, I'm sure when you went to the... What was great is I watched it and not knowing. But I'm sure if you watched for the first time you didn't know, it would be like, oh my god. But I guess for me, the man in the suit just kind of... I thought the best parts were the close-ups of it, not really seeing it. But there were some parts where he looked really like rubbery and silvery. And I don't know. I guess when you're a man in a suit, there's only so much monster acting one can do. Which, you know... So yeah. The universe is too big to not have aliens, and a single cell life form on another planet is an alien. What? How old is your dad? I mean, it's mind blowing for people when it first came out. My dad is 64, so he even likes like the other one. He likes all of the aliens. He says that there's a quote in the fourth Alien. He's like, "This alien has been with me all my life," and then he told me a spoiler for the whole series, and I was like, "Chill out, Dad. I've only just watched the first one, please." I don't watch an alien movie in years, but I'd like to though. Yeah, so I would recommend. I think it's a good piece of movie cinema. Cinema is what I'm looking for. I like they had a different pace. I like Sigourney Weaver. I like John Hurt. Good acting all round. She was cool. I will try and watch the next one. What was the spoiler? I can't remember. Something about a corporation or so. I don't know. I tried to blank it from my mind so that I forgot about it. So yeah, that is my review of Alien. Now let's move on to my third bit of media. God, this is going to be a long show today, but it's to make up for the fact that I'm not going to be here for like 2 weeks. Cinematography. Thank you for that. Let's take a sip of my Dr. Pepper. Alien 2 is very different. Okay, I'm excited to see it because I did like it, but yeah, it was just different. It's quite slow but methodical. But yeah, so the next bit of media to round out my trifecta, it's trifecta. Is it trifecta or trifecta? Trifecta. Was that I finished a book, so I decided to read Ready Player One. So I've been reading this for like 2 months, and a lot of people said to me, "You have to read the book, Lucy. The book's better than the film." You know, they always say that. These book people, they're always moaning about how the book's better than the film, because I really liked the film, and I'm here to report to everybody that in fact the book is better than the film. I've turned into one of them. So yeah, After reading my last book, you know, as I said on the show, I was inspired by Persona 5 to make better use of my commute time, and therefore to read a book on the train. I knew Bethany, you'd be happy that I read this book. So I've been making my way through it slowly. How much is the book? It was $8.99. So it's taken me a bit of time, but yeah, I really enjoyed this. All the references and stuff were really good. I would read it on the train, and there were some parts where I could hear that my stop was coming up, and I was trying to read so fast. I was like, because I need to get to the end. Like when the action happened, I just wanted to consume it so quickly. Like I'd never been like, I was like trying to read the words quicker than I could read just to find out what would happen. I've not really had that in books since like Harry Potter. How many pages? It is. The pages aren't numbered. Oh, 372. So I can't be bothered to read the books. The film is just easier. Now, this was what I was thinking. Loved this book so much. I wanted something to just pass the time, as I said, and I was surprised by how different the book is to the film. And I think I think quite a lot of the book. Now, I'm not saying the film is bad. I think the film is still really good in its own right. I think the book is more exciting to read than I think it would be to watch, if that makes sense. A lot of things happen in this book that I don't think they could accurately represent in a film. So the tasks and the challenges. So the whole thing, for those of you who don't know, the premise is kind of like they live in a world where there's this oasis, and which is like a virtual reality online sort of thing that everyone goes on. You go to school there, you have a job, and the guy who made it died, and when he died he set up like a big story campaign quest for people to try and beat, and whoever wins the whole competition gets to own the oasis. So it's a bit like Willy Wonka and the Matrix, as this says. So I thought it was an interesting concept anyway. I like the idea. I like video games, so I liked it. So yeah, there's a lot of, and because the guy who made the Oasis is he grew up in the 80s, it's very heavily 80s, reference heavy, which I really liked. Like, for instance, there's a part of the book which references Blade Runner, and I was like, I've seen that movie, so I was like, oh, this is cool, I can really imagine it. Like, that really helped. Also, I'm not very good at reading. So I liked that I'd seen the film, because that helped me imagine what was happening in the book during long descriptive bits, when it was like describing how the characters looked or how the Oasis operated and stuff like that. Because I had like already an understanding from the film, it sort of helped me with the book. Love the soundtrack on Blade Runner. I'll have to listen to that on Spotify. But yeah, the challenges are like so much cooler because it's about playing video games, which I don't think they actually play any video games in the actual movie that I can remember, because the first challenge in the movie is a race, whereas in this it's about playing a game called Joust, which I saw in the arcade in Milton Keynes. Big up Milton Keynes. So yeah, that was quite cool. And I remember reading that bit really fast, and it was like, the next stop is Charing Cross. I was like, read quicker! Which were really exciting. Because, I don't know, I don't think they could, like I said, they couldn't have shown it in a film, because there's large points where it's talking about how long things took to happen. Like, and I think a book can better describe long periods of time which would actually be boring to watch on the screen, because it's about the character's mental state and what they're doing and stuff. So, Milton Keynes Land of Roundabouts, yeah. So I'd highly recommend, if you want a book to read. I got so into this, I was actually really sad when I finished it. I finished it yesterday, actually. I was like reading the last page, I was like, no! But apparently there's a second book. Bethany, have you read the second book? I'm curious to try it. My only thing that I didn't like too much in it was like the love story between him and Artemis. It seemed a bit odd to me. It seemed very written from a male perspective. Like, if I was Artemis and this guy was doing to me what this guy was doing to her, not that he was doing anything bad, but I'd be like, whoa, chill out, like, it's a bit much. Like, he's a little bit obsessed with her, which I thought was a bit extreme. But, you know, maybe that's what happens. No one's ever loved me. So, yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. And I would highly recommend. It was a good read, thorough. And if you like video games, and you like 80s, and you like pop culture, you like your movies, this has it all for you, because there'll be so many things that you're like, oh my god, I love this film, I love this. There's a lot of musical references as well, so like things are happening, and it's like, oh, this happened while this was happening. So it's really good to, oh no, Ducky's saying, I heard the second book is a major letdown. No. So I'm looking for something to read next, because tomorrow's going to be a sad train journey. Like, what am I gonna read on the train tomorrow? maybe I'll just read some more of my favourite chapters while I wait for a second book. So what are your guys' opinions? I want to watch the movie again, actually, to really see the different references. We've had music, movie, and book club. Ian M. Banks' culture books are epic space operas. Okay, so you guys know that we've been chatting a while. We've been doing this show. You know me, I know you. What do you think I'd like? I'm not reading Harry Potter again. You should read Dune. Break out the Vita. No, train rides are for screen breaks, I've decided. As much as I did enjoy playing the Vita on the train, but I quite like that. I feel like reading in the morning wakes me up a bit more. And I definitely enjoyed reading a fiction book more than I enjoyed reading a non-fiction book, because a non-fiction book was cool to like gain the knowledge and to be like, oh, I know things now. But I was actually genuinely excited to read the next chapter of this every morning. Like I was like, yes, today I'm getting on the train, I'll be able to read some more. Like as soon as I sat on the train, I was like, oh, time to read more of this book. I really enjoyed it. It was so cool. Watch the movie Dune or Dune. Is it Dune or Dune? Maybe I will get the second book. I don't know. Stop on page 202. Oh, I like this, Alvina. Okay, stop on page 202 and read word 4. I used to do this all the time. We'll play a quick game because we do have something else that I would like to do before the end of the show. It's going to be an extended show today for all of you lovely viewers to enjoy. 202, word number 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Limit. Limit is the word. Let me just... I see this. Like, tell me when to stop. Stop. And just like that, the copper key. I saw it. I had it, and the clue etched in its surface. That's quite a good place to have picked it up. So yeah, I'll look into it. I kind of want to read Jason Schreier's book. Oh, sound's gone. That must be me mucking about with things. Mucking about. Read your new flat contract to estate agent clearly. All right. Shining Book is so much better and amazing. Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. Okay, I will take these on board and maybe read them. I'll see. Right, so now let us check in the poll, because I'd like to use the poll for something else now. So I asked the audience, that is you fine people, have you started your Christmas shopping yet? And our survey says only 24 of you have said yes. 46% of you have said no, and 29% of you aren't doing any. So the minority of people have done it. The minority of people are on it, but most people are not on it. It's not sci-fi, but if you like horror, read Stephen King. Oh, I don't know if I can read a horror book. I liked this because it was just like fun. It was to do with things that I liked, video games and such. But maybe I will read the second one. So let me just load up this, and then I will say to you all, come with me now for a journey through time and space to the world of the internet. The internet, come with me to the internet. We are now on the Game Awards, the 2021 Game Awards nominees, and I would like you guys to help me vote on the categories. So let's take a cheeky look. Ooh, cheeky. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, why have I gone from cheeky to Saturday night? It doesn't make any sense. So, start voting. Oh, hang on. Oh, Game of the Year already. Game of the Year. That was a thing. So we've got Game of the Year, Best Artist. I don't know how many we're going to get through. We're going to try and get through them all. Okay, let's start. How many games are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6. Oh, there's too many for the poll, sadly. So I wanted to use the poll to get people's votes. But okay, everybody, we're starting out strong. What is everybody's Game of the Year? We have... I've got to sign in to vote. I did not beta test this. Hang on, just in case. Let's... Oh, wrong thing. While I sign in. Right, we're back. Dun, dun, dun. Now I'm singing Sonic. I'm signed in so we can vote. So, Game of the Year is between Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village. Now, out of these games, I have only played Ratchet & Clank 2. So, I would like to vote for Ratchet & Clank A Rift Apart. What is everyone else saying? Let's see. If you don't say Kina, you're wrong. Kina's not even there to be voted for. So unfortunately, that's not there. My vote, I say I'm voting for Ratchet & Clank. What's everyone else voting for? It Takes Two, no Kina, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank. I'm seeing... Yeah, why is there no Returnal? That is a crime. That's terrible. Should submit feedback for that. Right, I'm going to go for... People say in the comments 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are voting for Ratchet and Clank. I see everybody. I see the majority is Ratchet and Clank. A point goes to you, Insomniac. Vote submitted. Everybody, we've done it. Let's go to the next one. You voted for Ratchet and Clank. You have earned a badge. What do we do now? Oh, next category. Best Game Direction. Deathloop. So this is awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in a game direction and style. Oh, now this one I feel like Returnal. Like, I like It Takes Two. So I have played It Takes Two, to be fair, but I feel like this one's got to go to Returnal. Everybody, It Takes Two. You have played. I have. I'd forgotten that. Returnal is my game of the year. Returnal. People are saying Returnal. Psychonauts 2. I've not played that. It Takes Two for me. I think it is a race between It Takes Two and Returnal. So let's see, everybody. Cast your vote now in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am seeing a lot of Returnals. Returnal. Everybody is on my wavelength. Returnal, of course. I'm going to say Returnal, and I'll tell you why. Because I feel like that does fit the description. It does have creative vision, innovation in game direction and design. It uses the PS5 really innovatively, and it also uses the card system innovatively, which not many games have done. So Returnal, you get a point for me, despite the fact that I can't stand your platinum. Right. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Deathloop, It Takes Two, Life is Strange, True Colors, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I've not really played any of all these games, so I'm counting on you, chat. What are we saying? What are you saying, chat? What are you voting for, chat? People are talking about... Luke's saying True Colors. I do really want to play True Colors. Oh, True Colors, absolutely. We've got 2 votes for True Colors. Guardians of the Galaxy. Life is Strange, True Colors. We've got a few Life is Strange. It Takes Two. It Takes Two, I think that is cool, but we're getting a lot of Life is Strange. I'm going to close the voting in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now, despite that I've not played anything, I'm seeing a lot of votes for True Colors, so we will do that as our collective. But I would give a shout out to It Takes Two, but I have no doubt that Life is Strange Colors is probably a great game. I need to buy it. I will buy it when it gets on sale. Okay, votes submitted. Let's go to the next category. Best Art Direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Again, I've not played any of these apart from Ratchet and Clank, and I don't really feel like Ratchet and Clank fits the bill on this one. So chat, play turns to you. What are we saying? You drank like a kid again. It's just the way I drink. Kina, let's be real. So why? Can people give me a little bit of an explanation? What is it about Kina that has best art direction? Oh, let's just get rid of these bloody cookies. What are you saying? Oh, it's a bit more. So Kina, let's be real. Kina, Deathloop, Kina, or Ratchet and Clank, Kina, Ratchet and Clank, Psychonauts, Ratchet and Clank, Kina. Oh, too cheap to play games the same year they come out. Yes, that is true. Deathloop. But what do we? I guess Deathloop does have a cool art style that's different. But we had a lot of Kinas, few Deathloops. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I'm gonna have to count this. Kina. Okay, I've already counted like 8 Kinas. We're going Kina. Go for it. Vote submitted. To the next category. Onwards. Best music. Best score in music. Now, I would actually give it to Returnal. But Returnal's not here. Returnal has fantastic music. So eerie. Really sets the atmosphere and the mood. But unfortunately, I can't vote for it. So play turns to you, chat. What are we voting for? The Artful Escape, Cyberpunk, Deathloop, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, or Near Replicant version --. Near, love Cyberpunk music. Near, Alvino, I know, Returnal. Guardians, feels good to be with your family on Christmas, says Abraham. Nice, yes. Near is absolutely outstanding music. Why is Cyberpunk there? I know, I don't... Is Cyberpunk just there because it's got licensed music? Nier literally has the best video game OST ever made. We're getting some Niers now. Nier is pulling up in the ranks. We were getting some Nier. So we've got like 5, 6 Niers. True Colors deserves it more than Cyberpunk. Honestly, guys, Nier 100% for me. We're closing the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I'm going to give it to Nier. It seems like that's what most people are going for. So congratulations. I feel like licensed soundtrack is a bit cheating. Make your original music and get in this list. That's my opinion. Best audio design. Ooh, this is a category. Deathloop, Forza 5. These are the big games of the year. They keep coming up. I'm going to have to say, out of the ones I've played, Returnal, because I wanted to give Returnal a shout out for its music in the last category, but I couldn't. But I feel like it does use the sound best audio design, like, you know, the way it goes, and all the control, it used the controller sound. But Horizon 5, what is Horizon 5? Oh, Forza Horizon, no, it's an Xbox game. I can't be voting for no Xbox games. Returnal for me, Forza 5. Tell me why Forza has best audio. Tell me why. Because I've not played it. Can't really say anything about Ratchet & Clank. Don't know about Resident Evil Village and Deathloop there. But we've got a couple of Returnal. I'm saying Returnal, so it's 7 Returnals for me. Couple of Forzas. Ducky wants to say Resident Evil 8, but has to go Returnal. I think the vote is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We're voting for Returnal because I want to. And it got the most votes. I think YouTube only lets you vote for 4 things, sadly, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. I would have done the poll for this. Maybe we can work out a way to do a proper poll next time, because I'd like to get a poll going. So, best performance awarded to an individual for voice acting. So we've got the person who plays the main character in True Colors. Oh, the person who plays the main villain in Far Cry 6. Main character in Deathloop, Resident Evil. Oh, what's her face? Lady Dimitriosco or whatever. And then another Deathloop person. So again, not games I've played, everyone. So chat, this is in your hands. Who are we giving it to? My wife Maggie. Right, so we're getting a couple people saying Lady D all the way. Maggie, Lady D. I am really excited to play Resident Evil 8 at some point, but I'm going to have to play 7 first. Maggie deserves the world. I have to make sure I'm not counting the same person twice. Lady D getting a lot of love. Xbox is going to have to work to get the votes on this channel 100%. I'm very biased, but you're going for Erica. Let's see. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's count. Oh, Lady D, Lady D, Lady D, Lady D, Lady D, Lady D, Lady D. 7 Lady Ds. And Erica. Okay, it's Lady D. We're giving it to the sexiest, tallest vampire. There we go. You slay. Let's go. Games for Impact. Before Your Eyes, Boyfriend Dungeon, Chicory, Life is Strange Colors, No Longer Home. Well, again, not played any of these games, so I need your help. But I'm thinking probably Life is Strange Colors probably got a good shout here. It sounds like you're singing la-di-dee, la-da-doo. So cast your votes, everybody. I don't know, anyone really played this game? I don't know. Forza is greater than Gran Turismo, says Jared C. Ooh. I don't really like racing games anyway, so I can't comment. Okay, we got 3 votes straight out of the bat for Life is Strange True Colors. I'm very excited to play this game. I need to watch it, watch out for it on sales, because I'm trying not to buy so many games if possible. I'm trying to play the games that I have. It's getting repetitive, but True Colors, yeah. Let's just go True Colors then. Before Your Eyes, I guess I've never played any of this as my vote. This literally, most of this is best ongoing game. The games that keep on giving and never die. Again, I don't play any of these games because I like things to end. So we've got Apex Legends, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, and Call of Duty Warzone. Do people play these games? What's going on here? Fortnite, I mean, Fortnite, I'd say, is pretty good in terms of the fact that it gets so many licenses. Like, it's cool seeing Marvel characters in there and God knows who else. Luke, you're showing your true colours. Yes. Ooh, I like things to end too. But funny enough, this show is not going to end anytime soon. We've got 30 categories to get through, so buckle up, kiddos. We got Final Fantasy. Fortnite died like 2 years ago. Sorry. Alright. Fortnite never stops. Fortnite never stops. It cannot be stopped. The Fortnite train. None of the above. X. Ooh. Ducky wants to move on. Ew. I'll skip my vote. All bad options. Do we skip then? No, I feel bad skipping. That's why I brought you guys in. So we've got Final Fantasy 2 votes. We've got Final Fantasy 3 votes. Fortnite 1 vote. We're going Final Fantasy. Let's move along. Yeah, we did get 2 for Apex, but... Oh, almost clicked Fortnite. Oh my god. The Fortnite almost got me. Fortnite almost got me. Best indie game. I don't know. I do not play any of these games. I'm going to guess you guys are going to say Kena. So, play moves to you, chat. How am I voting on this one? Are we going for 12 Minutes, Death's Door, Inscription, Kena Bridge of Spirits, and Loop Hero? I do think the Game Awards is a little bit preemptive because we're only in November and like some of these games, like 12 Minutes only just came out, roughly. How are we supposed to play these games if there's not enough time? 12 Minutes is great. Kena, crazy that it's an indie. 12 Minutes. We're having an outlove of pouring joy and love for Kena here in the chat tonight. So many Kenas. 12 Minutes got a few shouts. We're going to have to go Kena with 12 Minutes taking second place. Let's go. Maybe I should play one of these at some point. Next category. Do I even play video games? Oh, bloody hell. Best mobile game for the best game playable on a mobile device. I have no idea. I didn't know you could play Genshin Impact on a mobile. That's crazy. Marvel Future Revolution, Pokemon Unite. Chat, what are we saying for this? I'm not saying anything anymore. Just letting you vote for me. I can't think of any 2021 games I liked. Not even Ratchet and Clank, Kim? Ratchet and Clank was pure joy. So I was voting for Kena again, let alone we can't play it. Skip? We can't not skip. We'll see what gets the most. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clash of Clans. WhatsApp for sure. Right, I'm going to go for the first one that someone said, which was Pokemon. We'll give Pokemon the rub. There you go, Pokemon. We're putting you over tonight. Best community support. Oh, recognising a game for outstanding community support, transparency, responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches. Why isn't GTA here? Not that I think that it's great, but Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14 Online, Fortnite, No Man's Sky. Play passes to you, chat, because I don't know. I don't really follow these companies. I mean, I guess we can't... No, none of the offending... well, is EA offending? I'm just checking that we don't want to vote for anything, one of the offending things. Cyberpunk, No Man's Sky... Well, that's the LudiXP community, of course. What? Mobiles are for ignoring calls. Oh yeah, Virgin Media keeps trying to call me. Joke, No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky, probably Fortnite. No Man's Sky, tough choice. Well, a lot of No Man's Sky straight off the bat, so let's do that and get the hell out of this category. We're almost nearing the halfway point. Oh, innovation and accessibility. Recognising software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward and adding features, technology and content to help games be played and enjoyed by a wider audience. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realise that there were accessibility options in Ratchet and Clank. Does anybody have any knowledge on this? All I know is that Last of Us did a great one. Forza, please. Ratchet and Clank. What? Can someone explain to me what was in Ratchet and Clank, or what was in said game? Like, accessibility, it's not just colour blindness, isn't it? It's like making sure that you can change the buttons and stuff so that everyone can play it. Far Cry 6. Like, had they gone to town the same extent that The Last of Us, like Naughty Dog did for Last of Us Part 2? Jamie, you can't just vote for Forza if the people don't want Forza. Guardians has amazing settings, so I say vote for Guardians of the Galaxy. Ratchet and Clank. I can barely remember the settings in Ratchet and Clank. But we'll close the votes shortly. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let us count the votes. We've got 2 Ratchet and Clanks, 1 Far Cry, 1 Guardians of the Galaxy, and Sonic did a good job. Ratchet and Clank. We're going Ratchet and Clank. Congratulations, Ratchet and Clank. Let's move on to the next category. Best VR/AR game. Oh god, I don't play VR. I didn't know you could play Hitman in VR. Hitman Unexpected to Die, Lone Echo 2, Resident Evil 4, or Sniper Elite. Well, I feel like going for Resident Evil 4 just because I'm on, like, you know, the Resident Evil rush. What a rush. I'm not forcing anyone to vote for it, I'm just suggesting. Haven't played any of them, but I'm happy that the category exists. Exactly, I think it's good. I love Hitman, but never played in VR. Imagine that would be quite fun, actually, playing Hitman in VR. I think it'd be a bit more... I would actually play Hitman if it was in VR. Resident Evil 4 or Hitman 3. I think it is a two-game race between RE4 and Hitman 3. Oh, got another Hitman 3 coming in. I want to watch some gameplay of someone playing Hitman in VR. I'm curious. Oh, I've hotkeyed myself. We got some hotkeys, baby, this evening. I need to watch that. I don't want to do that. Resident Evil 4. Have you play any VR game? No, because I don't own a VR. If you vote Resident Evil 4, you surely got to play it in VR. Oh Lord, I don't know if I can be asked with that. Let's give it to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have 1, 2 Resident Evils. Oh, someone said Sniper Elite. I didn't even know that was there. 2 Hitmans. Oh, it's a tie. I'd say okay. I'm gonna give Hitman. Actually, I'm gonna give it to Resident Evil 4 just because I'm a fan. Right, best action games. We've got Back 4 Blood, Chivalry 2, Deathloop, Far Cry 6, or Returnal. Now, out of all of these, I've only actually played Returnal. So, if anybody has any other options other than Returnal, speak now or forever hold your peace. But I do think that Returnal has a good shout in this. I did think that was a good action game. Yet Returnal. It's going to be interesting. What I think my favourite. I can't believe Returnal wasn't up for Game of the Year. It's a travesty that. It's definitely even there. Oh, the votes are scattered across the audience. Returnal, Far Cry 6, Deathloop, Far Cry 6, Deathloop, Returnal, Back 4 Blood, Far Cry 6, Returnal or Deathloop, Returnal. That game was fresh. So fresh. Returnal, out of all the options, Returnal or Returnal's picking up the pace. Now we've got Resident Evil 6, we've got Returnal once again, Returnal. People are saying Returnal, I'm saying Returnal. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Returnals, 7 Returnals, including me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nathan Joseph coming in with Returnal. We are giving Housemark another vote. It's a Returnal loving in here. And ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the votes. Best action adventure game. For the best action/adventure game, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. So, it's becoming a bit repetitive for me as well. I've only played Ratchet and Clank, but I don't know if that... I guess I did really like the traversal in that game, but I imagine that some of the others might have been better. So I'll leave this to you. Far Cry 6, Far Cry... Oh, that you're talking about there. You sound like an auctioneer. Guardians, Rift Apart, Ratchet and Clank, Guardians Village. Ooh, Resident Evil Village. We've got a match on everybody. It's looking tight. Psychonauts 2 for Adam McDermott. Resident Evil Village. Hello, everybody. Ratchet and Clank. I'm literally like saying that Psychonauts 2 is good too. But we're seeing a lot of Resident Evil Villages. I might give it to Resident Evil Village. Let's throw a buck to Resident Evil. Capcom. Village, Metroidvania, Guardians. We're giving it to Village. Next category, if you will. Ooh, best role-playing game. Why is Cyberpunk in this list? Is it because it came out in December? I guess so. Cyberpunk, well, I don't think it's that. Cyberpunk, Monster Hunter Rise, Scarlet Nexus, Shin Megami Tensei 5, or Tales Arise. I've got no clue, people. I've got no clue what to vote for in this. I have become a bit of an auction seller, haven't I? Tales of Arise by Bandai Namco. Not played this. Tales of Arise. I've been playing so much of my backlog. PS3 gamers saying none of them. Let's give it to Tales. I'm done with this category. Done. Let's move along. Give me the juicy categories. Best fight. Oh, I don't play fighting games. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Didn't even know that was a game. What are we voting for here? What are we voting for now, stranger? I'm gonna guess that you might give it to... I don't really know. I don't know any of these games. What are we saying? I think Cyberpunk is here just because it's CD Projekt Red. Not played any of these. Yeah, I'm not a fighting person. Okay, somebody is saying Demon Slayer. Oh, now Jamie's saying Virtua. I'm going to go with the SpongeBob one. Oh, we've got We've got a diverse split. I don't like fighting games. Guilty Gear, you're not helping me out here, guys. It's a split vote in the chat. The next vote will win it over. Maybe Nickelodeon. Well, don't say it with any confidence, but maybe let's just give it to Nickelodeon then. Chat is quiet on this one. We're giving it to Nickelodeon. SpongeBob. It's a smiley face world. Number 18, best family game. It Takes Two, Mario Party Superstars, New Pokemon Snap, Super Mario 3D World, or Wario Get It Together. Well, my vote is going towards It Takes Two. I thought that was a great game for everybody to play. Tekken is by far my favourite. Wario, It Takes Two, says Milan. It Takes Two, It Takes Two, It Takes Two, It Takes Two. I'm voting for It Takes Two. I thought It Takes Two. It's It Takes Two. I think that's a really good game. And I don't want it to get overshadowed by all the other cool games that we voted for. I think this deserves a vote, 100%. I'm glad you were with me. GG's, everybody, GG's. I need to get to the end of that with Bethany. Best sim/strategy game. I think Tristan plays Humankind. I'd have to find out. Inscription, Microsoft Flight Simulator. What about Bus Simulator? Did not get going? I think I would like to be a bus driver. Well, actually, you don't require a lot of patience. I mean, I'd like to be a bus driver in a game, maybe. I love co-op games. There needs to be a co-op game category. Hopefully that comes up. Anyone play any of these? Flight Sim. We got 2 votes for Flight Sim. This is quite cool, just getting Age of Empires 4 has come up. Any more? Or is it Age of Empires 6? That is Age of Empires. No idea about these games. Age of Empires, Humankind. I'm going to close the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Age of Empires. Let us move on. 10 categories remain. Best sports/racing game. F1 2021, FIFA 22, Forza. I wonder what Jamie might vote for. Hot Wheels Unleashed or Riders Republic. Ubisoft's own Riders Republic. What are we voting for? Shockingly, I've not played any of these, as you can probably tell. Forza's definitely going to get this one. There we go. This is where we will vote for an Xbox game. Forza for sure. Forza. There we go. Hot Wheels, baby, this evening. We got some Hot Wheels, baby, tonight. Some other, Sibora is saying Rider Republic, Hot Wheels, Multistorm, Hot Wheels, getting some love. But I believe the love was unanimous for Forza. Many people said that, so let's give that a buck. Next category. Best multiplayer game. Didn't we have this already? I guess it was best online game. For outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, retrospective of game genre or platform. Back 4 Blood, Knockout City, It Takes Two, Monster Hunter Rise, New World, or Valum. So I played a little bit of Back 4 Blood. I wasn't too keen on it. I haven't tried Knockout City yet, and then It Takes Two is there. Is the chat still feeling the love for It Takes Two? My vote goes for It Takes Two. Let's see what you guys are saying. Back 4 Blood, It Takes Two, It Takes Two. I thought it was It Takes Two. I've only played It Takes Two. Getting a lot of It Takes Two. It Takes Two again. Nice. 2. It Takes Two. I think It Takes Two is a great game. I concur with you wholeheartedly, chat. Let's give it another vote. Very, very cool. That was just fun as well. I feel like a lot of people played this year. Content Creator of the Year. I'm going to need your help for this one. For a streamer or content creator who has made an important or positive impact on the community. Dream, Fusely, Gauze, Ibia, Giaf. I don't know any of these people. Please enlighten me, because I am old. Let's see. Guys. Pfft. I'm not eligible. None of them. I've not done anything positive for the community other than just moan about my estate agent. That's not positive at all. Okay, I see someone saying Fusely. Let's just vote for her then. Let's give her a buck. There we go. I'm sure you're doing great work. You're fine work in the community. Best debut indie. I feel like I know what the chat is going to say. I think the chat is going to say Kena. I don't know. I'm curious to play Kena. Let's see. Who are these people though? I don't know, but they've made a big impact in the industry, obviously. Kena. I knew you guys were going to say Kena. Lizzie boycotts Game Wars after nomination slump. Yeah, exactly. Like, Locking it down with Lucy, man. We get the people involved over here. Most anticipated game as sponsored by Prime Gaming. Ooh. Recognizing the announcement of a... Ooh. Chat. Ooh, stranger. This is a category. Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, or Starfield. Stranger. This is a... Now, my vote is Elden Ring, everybody. I'm voting Elden Ring. I thought a lot of you guys are going to go for God of War. Let's see. This is going to be a big one. Returnal should be nominated Game of the Year. Elden Ring. Let's go. Oh, I'm saying Kena wrong. I'm saying Kena. Elden Ring. Horizon or God of War? Ragnarok, Horizon. This is the hardest category. God of War, Horizon, Starfield. People care about Starfield? Geo 3.0. I'd had to remember what Starfield was for a hot minute. God of War, Horizon, God of War, Elden Ring or Forbidden West. I have both pre-ordered. God of War. So torn between God of War and Zelda. Oh, this is a hard one. Horizon. Starfield is the next Skyrim. Sadly, I don't own an Xbox, so I won't be playing it. Elden Ring, Ragnarok. Well, this is a tough one. Okay, I'm gonna give you the skinny latte. Starfield, I'm like, interested. Zelda, couldn't give a fuzzy duck. Starfield, I'm gonna keep an eye on. Horizon, meh. God of War, yes, but my main thing that I'm excited for is Elden Ring. So I'm voting for it, guys. I want a horse. Look at my horse is amazing. Ooh! Best esports game as sponsored by Grubhut. Call of Duty, Counter-Offensive Strike, Dota, League of Legends, blah blah blah. Cast your votes, because I don't care about this. Oh, that was a good category, everybody. But I feel like out of what everyone said, it felt like Elden Ring. I was surprised, actually. I wasn't expecting as much Elden Ring love as people were saying. How many categories are left? Only 5. Chris J. Hang in there for 5 more. Looked like a lot of people were excited for the top 3. Elden Ring, Forbidden West, and God of War. Dota, COD, Skip. Call of Duty. I don't play war games. What did you vote for best RPG? Did we get... I can't remember what we voted for best RPG. It feels so long ago we've been on this journey. Oh my god, I forgot that song existed. I didn't even know it did exist until people told me about it. Let's give it to Dota, COD for me. Alright, we're giving it to... Can we really vote for COD? But Activision are bad. I'm giving it to Dota. I'm sorry. I've given in. Best esports athlete. Who are these people? God, could I be an esports athlete? I'm too old now, aren't I? Too old. Do we vote? Do we skip? I don't know. I don't know who these people are. Life is strange. Shoemaker. Who is the shoemaker? Let's see. Making his way to the ring. Chris, Simp, Lear. Heo, Shoemaker, Shoe. Magomio, Collapse. Kev Lilville. I'm really bad at reading names. Overlaxano, Simple. Why have they all got little... I guess because they've all just got there. It's Simple. Simple down jungling. And Tens. Who are we going for? Give it to the best haircut. Look at his trophies. All we have to give it to the guy. Simple with the trophies. Best haircut. I'd give best haircut to this guy, looking sharp. But if this guy's got good trophies, or are you just talking about what's in his arms? What's in his arms? Let's give it to this then. Alright, good luck. Best esports team, I'm going to give it to the best name. Atlanta, FaZe, DWG, Kia, Nitas, Vincia, Sentinels, or Team Spirit. Oh, I do like Team Spirit. Go Team Spirit. Oh, so they play COD, they play LOL, they play Counter-Strike, they play Valorant, and they play Dota 2. Interesting. FaZe. Who are these people? Who are they? Oh, it's the Showmaker, not the Shoemaker. I did think Shoemaker was an odd name. He is the Shoemaker. Sounds like a really bad wrestling gimmick. The Shoemaker's here. He's gonna beat you with his laces. No, the Shoemaker taking off the lace. I'm gonna whip you, boy. And he just gets the laces. And Shoemaker disqualified. Shoemaker needs to stop. The next match will be a no shoelaces match. Oh, how's the Shoemaker gonna win this one with no shoelaces? What a great Okay. Atlanta Phase were unreal last year. They deserve. Okay, we'll go for Atlanta Phase. Atlanta Phase. Okay, 2 more categories to go, people. Best esports coach. I don't care. Silent, Blade, Crowder, or Crom. I don't know. I'm just reading words now. The shoemaker, he'll cobble you. Very good. Do you think his favourite is cobbler? Terrible categories. Shoemaker by day, gamer by night. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna shine you up real nice, boy. That's what he does when he has a hair versus hair match. He's like, I'm gonna shine your head. Great. I don't know. There are coaches. Sounds like you mispronounced Schumacher, the racing car driver. So bad. I'm gonna give it to this guy because I like him. I don't know. His face stood out to me. I like you. You have a good face. Let's go to the next category. Best esports event. World of Warcraft Legends, the international, blah, 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 blah. I literally don't care. Oh, this is category 30 out of 30. I read it as couches, the best couches. Crowder, I know him. He coached the Atlanta guys. Oh, okay. Crowder can get this, to be honest. Oh, I voted for someone else. Stockholm. Do you know what? Robert Hall, I'm just going to give it to LOL. I'm going to give it to Stockholm. Have we done it? Have we made it to the end? We made it through the wilderness. Oh, we did it. Do we have to share? We've done it. I think we did it, everybody. We made it. Well, thank you for guiding me through that experience, because clearly I don't know anything about video games and I played none of them. So your help was very much appreciated. Fitting they say these categories last. Yeah, probably because people are just skipping them all days, babies. Let me finish my Dr. Pepper. Okay, so that just about wraps up today's show. I'm just reading what I've got written at the end of the show notes. It down with Lucy, voting for the Game Awards. We shall see if any of the people that we voted for actually won. So, real talk now. What is everybody's game of the year? Quickly, put it in the chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I want to see a list of all everybody's favourite games. I'm going to say that my game of the year is Returnal. For me, Returnal, the thing is, I really liked Returnal and the trophies let it, so I think when I think about Returnal I have bad memories, but I actually really did like Returnal, so I need to rip the trophies out of my mind, stomp on them, squish them like Mrs. Trunchbull does to Matilda's ribbon, this future lily pad, and forget about it. Returnal for me, then Ratchet and Clank, and that's the only 2 games of this year I've played. Okay, we're going to read it, we're going to read what everyone's saying. Let's see, this is the Locking It Down with Lucy's chats. Game of the year as written by you. Let's see how fast we can do this. We have Luke says True Colours, Harshima says Returnal, Chris J says Hitman 3, Jose says Returnal, B Collis 1202 says Lost Judgment, Rich Gamer says Tales of Arise, Melen says Ari Village, Robert War says Life is Strange, Jamie says Forza, PS3 Gaming is not sure yet. Rui says mine is Kena. The Latin Vamp says Returnal for me. Ducky says Resident Evil Village. Resident Evil Village for Sir Dave 1988. Fabio says my favourite game is not on that list. Marcu says Forza 5. Jared C says played Hollow Knight this year, so that's my game of the year. Luke says Post Plan and Returnal will be so much fun. And Justy says Last Campfire. Jazzy says Bugsnax for me. Hey, for me, most anticipated DLC for next year is Bugsnax. Harashima says It Takes Two or Returnal. Ordinary Guy says Returnal, my first roguelike. Nathan Joseph also says Returnal. You've got to platinum Returnal before the year ends. I don't want to, but I do. Because unnamed rival will be laughing at me over his Christmas dinner. He'll be like, you know what my favourite thing was this year? Was beating Lucy at Returnal and getting that platinum and knowing that I am infinitely better than her. Now I'm going to tell her next year. No, I have to be like, no, we can't have that. Resi 8. Okay. Oh, God, what a show it's been, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on this almost epically 2 hours long edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. Hopefully that will get you fixed for the next 2 weeks. As, again, apologies, I will not be here for 2 weeks because I'll be out drinking with the people at work. I didn't know what I was going to say then. I was trying to say something else, but I could stream Returnal, I could. Speaking of streaming segue, this weekend I will be doing finally the thing I set out to do many, many moons ago. I will be playing Uncharted 3 on brutal chapters as selected by you guys, because I'm not putting myself through the whole game again. So look out for that on Saturday. I believe you guys are going to force me to play my least favourite chapter in all of Uncharted history, which is the cruise ship levels. It's almost as if I came on here on many separate videos on the internet and exclaimed how much I hated that section of the game with such an intense passion. Guys, we're going to be stuck on this. We're going to be stuck on that section for a long time. I'm dreading the bit where you are up there and you have to shoot up. That took me like an hour in real life, like something ridiculous like that. I don't even know how we're going to do it. So yes, please do join me. We'll see how angry I get. Will I make it? Who knows? Do I still have the skills? Can I still play Uncharted? I need to practice. That's what I need to play, actually. I need to play Uncharted to practice. So I will see you all then. Otherwise, if I have a video in the works, I'll try and post it. If not, the videos may be a bit sparse while I'm trying to sort out all this flat nonsense. So yeah, bear with me. Please bear with me. As Adele says, go easy on me, babe, or whatever she sings. Right, thank you all for being here. Let us look at the poll quickly before we close the show. If you haven't voted, you've got 10 seconds to be the last 2 votes to make the votes go to 100. Have you started your Xmas shopping yet? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is anyone going to be the 200th voter before I press end poll? We shall see. No, the vote ends at 199 votes. Gone once. So, LudiXP of LudiXP's Locking It Down with Lucy asked you, the Locking It Down with Lucy chat, if you have started your Christmas shopping yet. A whopping 46% of you said no. Confused face. Then 28% said not doing any, and then 24 of you smugly said yes. So good on you, you 24. We did get 200 votes. We did get 200 votes. Yeah, we made it. We made it. Moody XP for the stream. Oh god, I'm dying. Right, it's time to make like a leaf and get the hell out of here. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you to all the mods for as well, all your help, everyone getting involved in the voting, everything. Enjoy 2 weeks of December, and I shall see you all on the 16th of December. Until next time, I should go, because I need to play something or go to bed.